So the snow did stop for a bit yesterday. We thought it was going to be a break, but it's been falling again this morning, and it continues to fall right now, just adding to the several inches that we had collected and dealt with yesterday. So now today's become a weather impact day as well. We'll get to Kathy Sabin for more on that in just a minute. But first, let's take a look around. There's downtown. The snow clouds abound. Just a lot of white there in the metro area. A pretty view of Lookout Mountain with the trees and the mountainside just covered in white. Now, I-25 near Happy Canyon Road in Douglas County was a mess this morning. Take a look at these pictures now. You can see things are moving a lot smoother, but there was a crash this morning at about 10 that closed the right lane between Happy Canyon and US 85. That area now cleared up. So many highways, though, do remain snow covered. I-25 had so many crashes, they closed the interstate from Pueblo down to the New Mexico line. There are plenty of plows out and about trying to get the roads clear, but there are a lot of snow-covered roads, even some of the closures out to the east and southeast of the metro area. So let's get more on this weather impact day. Joining us is our chief meteorologist, Kathy Sabin. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Tom. It's a beautiful winter wonderland out here, as long as you don't have to walk in it and you don't have to drive in it. We've called this a weather impact day because if you've been outside, you know it is impactful. The light snow continues to fall. We have ice, we have snow-packed roadways and side streets, cold temperatures, and another round of heavy snow on the way that we want you to be prepared for. The weather impacts, that light snow and cold and ice, will continue throughout the day and for the drive tonight. Coming up, a winter storm watch for Denver for 5 to 10 inches of snow starting Friday afternoon. Tough mountain travel will continue Friday into the weekend. Winter weather and travel alerts are posted. Right now, we're seeing slush on I-25, accumulating snow on the grass and side streets, and a beautiful wintry view in November along the Front Range, where temperatures are holding in the lower 30s this hour, and that may be our high temperature for the day. Light winds out of the north, but that northeast flow will help to push that moisture up against the foothills, and upslope will keep the snow going. Heavy snow continues in southeastern Colorado, but light snow continues in the downtown Denver area. And these are your winter weather alerts. Denver goes under that winter storm watch tonight through Saturday for 5 to 10 inches of additional snow, with over a foot possible south and east as an area of low pressure spins into southeastern Colorado over the next 24 hours. And over the next 24 hours, you can expect light accumulation. It's the next 48 hours that you could see anywhere from 5 to 10 inches of snow. Temperatures will continue in the 30s for much of the afternoon. Coming up in our main weather in just a little bit, I will have the timing and impact of this next wave and next round of heavier snow, Tom, and that's in just a few minutes.
We turn now to a memorial that's been placed outside of the Golden Police Department. That's in honor of the officer who was killed last night in a crash. Another officer and 2 other people are being treated for injuries today. Yesterday, the State Patrol arrested Stephen Gear, an assistant professor at the Colorado School of Mines. He's facing charges including vehicular homicide DUI and 2 counts of vehicular assault DUI. The arrest affidavit says officers were investigating a crash at about 4:30 yesterday on Highway 58. There was light snow and slick roads in that afternoon. The affidavit says Gear hit the cars previously involved in the crash, which were pushed into the officers, as well as 2 more people at the scene. Gear now being held on $250,000 cash bond. There has been an outpouring of support from area law enforcement, like this statement from Lakewood Police saying, "We stand with Golden." Our Lauren Scafidi now shows us the large turnout for last night's late night procession.
It's only a 10 or 15-minute drive from where the crash happened here to the coroner's office, but law enforcement showed up from all over the state. Such big support for the Golden Police Department, who is all just so crushed still. There were so many squad cars, you can't even see where the line ends. We watched some of the officers even get out of their cars last night in the blistery cold to salute the 33-year-old who lost his life. The second officer was sent to the hospital with serious injuries, but is expected to survive. First responders also showed support for her at the hospital. This procession to the coroner's office shows how deeply the 33-year-old will be missed, both personally and professionally.
We'd like to tell you a few things about the officer. He's an amazing human being. He has had a long, stellar career in the military, where he flew Black Hawk helicopters and served as a commander. He will be survived by a wonderful wife, a sister, and parents.
This was Colorado's first line of duty death this year. In Golden, Lawrence Gaffiti, 9 News.
Turning now to Denver, where this afternoon the Denver Public Schools community is going to learn which schools will be proposed for consolidation or even closure. The school board is going to meet today at 4:30 at the Emily Griffith campus. The public is invited. The superintendent says declining enrollment is forcing these moves. There have been several community meetings, and once the list of recommendations comes out, another round of meetings will then be scheduled. The board is expected to take a vote just before the Thanksgiving break. And in politics, Colorado's tightest race still has not been called, so we continue to keep a close eye on the 8th congressional district, the race between Democrat incumbent Yadira Caraveo and Republican challenger Gabe Evans. Caraveo holding that 2,000 vote lead over Evans, about 129,000 to 127,000. Right now, there's no timeline for when this race will be called, but NBC projections show there are about 77,000 ballots still to be counted. The winner of that seat certainly would have an impact on a very taut congressional balance of power, the control of the House coming down to about 30 undecided seats, this being one of them. Colorado's CD3 race is officially over, the AP making that call in favor of Republican Jeff Hurd this morning, winning by nearly 13,000 votes, 187,000 to 175,000. This was just a formality, though. Democratic challenger Adam Frisch had conceded yesterday, calling Hurd to congratulate him. And President Biden is stressing the importance of a peaceful transfer of power in wake of the 2024 presidential election. And this morning, he spoke publicly for the first time about Donald Trump's win.
Something I hope we can do, no matter who you voted for, is see each other not as adversaries, but as fellow Americans.
The president also pointed out that in the 74 days that he has left in the White House, he wants to make every day count. President-elect Donald Trump's legal team is not wasting any time trying to get his New York hush money conviction dismissed. Right now, he is scheduled to be sentenced for that conviction on November 26th. The judge in that case, though, is considering whether to dismiss the conviction in light of the Supreme Court's decision granting a president some immunity. The judge giving himself until November 12th, next week, to decide how to move forward. Trump's team is expecting to enter a filing arguing that Trump is entitled to the same constitutional protections as a sitting president.